There's certain occasions that call for soup. When a bowl of soup is ideal. When you're sick at home, when you're homesick, when your wisdom teeth get removed. I mean, that's the perfect time to eat soup. It's soft. You just want to have soft foods in your mouth. All these occasions are good for soup because soup is this nice little food that you put into a bowl, and it has all these other ingredients that come together to make something better. Potatoes and onions, and you saute them. Look at the sauteed onions now. You got garlic, you got leeks, tomatoes, mushrooms, literally anything. There's vegetables, like so many vegetables, and you boil them. Look at that. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see in soup. I wanted to eat soup. I just wanted to eat it. I didn't need an occasion to enjoy it. And that's why I thought I have this big pot that I can put all the soup in. I'm going to make soup, and I'm going to only eat soup for 1 week. That's it. I'm just eating soup. The first day I made West African peanut soup. I tried to make a healthy, nutritious, hearty soup. And I think I succeeded. It was good. You'll see. I talk about it in a sec when I'm eating it. Day 1 of soup week has officially started. Wow. This is really good. This is really hearty. A good dexterity soup. A good nutritious soup. I started off this week by making my own broth right here. Look at all this broth I made. I had a bunch of Adams peanut butter jars that I kept that came in handy for this. That's some good broth right there. That's some good vegetable broth. And yeah, and also they're all vegan soups. So that's how I eat food right now. They look a little different than other soups that you might have eaten. The second day I made miso soup. It's light. It was my only bowl of the day. I had 2 bowls though, actually, but I had them in one sitting. It was just one meal. That's what I'm trying to say. I didn't gorge myself on this miso soup. It's good. And this guy right here, he's sitting right next to me after I had my bowl of soup. He's gonna say some things about it on the second day, when I had some company with me.
It's good. It's I'm trying to think of the right words to describe it, but
It's definitely soup though.
yeah. I don't know if I'd call it soup. Yeah, because I'm not a big soup guy.
There's something in this that's not in miso soup in restaurant. I think the only thing is I really like miso soup, and this just tastes different than normal miso soup.
Yeah. So I had a soup that made me nice and full. I was satiated, for those of you out there that like bigger words. Satiated, look it up. It's a good word. My grandma used it. I wanted to make some soups that fit the mold. I wanted to make some soups that were, these are soups. Needs anything else? Like any more salt? Or?
Maybe a little more love.
I always put love in my soup.
Guys, there's gotta be room for all 4 of us.
Oh yeah.
This is good.
I like how each time I make soup, there's more people eating it. This is good though.
Mhm. I'd order this at a restaurant.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah. What did we learn today? Nothing yet. Don't touch the bowls. I love soup, but I don't love French onion soup. This soup. I think this soup is growing on me, huh? But what's not soup though? That's not soup. I made a sandwich right there. That's not soup. It was a good sandwich though. It has veggies. I mean, there's a lot of ingredients that are similar, but it's not soup for sure. Spaghetti, it's not soup either, but it's kind of closer. A little bit. It's kind of closer, right? When you say it, I'd say it's a little bit. It's not soup though. Cereal. I mean, it's not soup, but it's. You use a spoon and it's in a bowl and. Just kind of broth. That doesn't matter. These aren't soups, okay? These are soups. These are soups. This is all from Wikipedia. I'm gonna say it in 10 seconds. There's 2 types of soups according to French cuisine. Here they are on the screen right now because I can't pronounce them. And then there's all these other soups, okay? Cold soups, dessert soups, stews, porridges. It's easier for me to see why soup is so good. It's existed for thousands of years. I was trying to find stock footage of people eating soup in ancient times, and I couldn't find any. So here's some hieroglyphics from Egypt about people eating food. And it's probably soup, I bet. I bet one of them is. I know people say it's a poor man's food. Dad, I know my dad told me that when I was doing this. But Dad, it's fine. Soup it doesn't matter. I think people just associate soup with bad memories of being sick, and they say soup is bad because of that. People choose to label soup as an afterthought, though. It's the part of the menu that is glossed over in favor of better options most of the time. It's a forgotten about item. that usually comes as a combo with half a sandwich because people think, oh, I need a sandwich to make the soup a meal. You're not eating the right soups, for sure. You're probably eating some canned ass soup that has all the sodium in it, and you're not putting love and care into it that you should be. After all, soup is what we make of it. So on the 4th day, I felt like I had the confidence and know-how to make soups that didn't fit into the model soup. Cold soups. Apple spice carrot ginger soup. It has so many other ingredients in it. Why did they stop at calling it apple spice carrot ginger soup? Why didn't they call it apple spice carrot ginger celery turmeric soup? Why'd they cut off the other things? There was probably more celery in it than carrots. I don't know. I didn't make up this soup. I just followed the recipe. I just followed the things and I made a soup, and that's what it looks like right there. And then gazpacho soup, which this is my mom's recipe. Yeah, okay, so even though these soups are served cold, they fit right in with the rest of them.
We're learning that soup doesn't have to be hot to be soup.
Along with the next 2 soups on the 5th day. They're weird soups, and one of them tasted like mustard as soup. We'll get to that in a second. But these soups were fun to make, though. I was looking forward to these soups the entire week.
Oh, I really like that. Now that is what I call a rich soup.
That is, well.
We want to. We don't know which ones are the best.
This soup's good. I would definitely make the soup again.
I never once felt fatigued or tired. Mostly the opposite, actually. Even after the first 2 days when I didn't even eat that much soup. These whole foods allowed me to move laterally and longitudinally. I didn't feel bloated because these were minimally processed foods. Whoa. The wonders that does to your body. And the wonders of life that soup allows you to see. Like the simplicity of making soup under the sun and stars. I haven't had beans at all this week yet. I'm excited. I'm excited for beans. Oh, I should have gotten like a fresh tomato or something.
She goes to fight night.
Campfire song.
An opening event.
Soup week. Oh, it's soup week. Yo, it's soup week. Soup week. Oh, it's soup week. It is soup week this week. And it is soup week every
Last soup. A 4-course dinner populated by soup and soup alone. This is the last soup I'll ever make. No more soups after this. These soups, they've taken a toll on me. I'll try to hold out for as long as possible so I can enjoy these soups with my friends. Soup, it brings people together. It's a community dish that means more to me than it does to others. Seeing how happy this soup makes us, that's what keeps me going. I look fondly on that day. On a slightly larger scale, that week. Soup week. Just 14 soups. That's all it took to bring me to this moment. Who knows how much better my life could have been if I made only one more soup. But I can't think like that. If I never even made one soup, I wouldn't be talking to you now. Knowing what I now know, and knowing it's all due to soup. I didn't understand it at first, and certainly others didn't too. But we all came to realize that all we needed to come together is soup. And of course, that's what brought us together. In a way, all food is soup. Or, it was already soup. It just becomes legitimized on the way out. Repetition legitimizes. We know this. Day in, day out. You are what you eat. Your gut bacteria controls up to 70% of your neural functions. We know this. And yet we restrict ourselves to silly liquid diets and month-long challenges, all the while missing the Sisyphean nature of simply living as a human. What a thing to be. So yes, we are all soup. Born from the primordial soup from whence we must return. The protozoans are calling. Or perhaps it is my gut telling me something. I've learned to always listen to it. I am soup.